like like the synergy at all. Like during the classes, everyone were like super supportive and super active all the time. It was really amazing. Thank you for that. Seriously, really happy to participate all this week. And what else? I really like the quadrant of glue. Like I'm practicing it probably daily. I'm trying to move. I'm trying always to think positively, and also to nourish myself, to take care of my food. And what else was it in the quadrant? Yeah. So for glowing, it is nourishment, think, feel, right?
Mm-hmm.
And which was in the first one? Move.
Move.
Yeah, and
Yes.
move. Yeah, that one was my favorite one.
Beautiful.
Really, really good one. Always participating in the gym, growing
That's
that muscle.
beautiful. Nice, nice. I can see that you're outdoor and moving now, right? And
Yeah,
thank you so
exactly.
much, Milda. And you're right. This is actually a very special event where it's only for ladies. And some of you who may not be so familiar with Master Shri and his creator circles, and you may be confused why we're doing it there and there are men there. This is actually this time the challenge is the partnership between my coaching, Authentic Energy, and Master Shri Akashana creator company. So and Master is actually my mentor, is giving me the platform for me to do the presentation, the teaching, and also inside Creator Circle, we have about maybe 70 to 80% of the members who are actually women from all around the world. And so Master Shri, as my mentor, he said, this is a good chance for, for me to take the initiative to organize something for women. And especially my coaching is for women only. And he said, we really need someone like you to start this movement, this women empowerment movement, so that, for the women that we have outside of the circle, and also for his circle, like the women inside his circle can also benefit and get the values out of this. So which is why, because of the partnership, I had to conduct the challenges inside the circle. But looking for, like, going forward, we're going to be having a lot of like different workshops and events that's going to be happening inside our private Facebook group. So those of you who have not joined our Body Confidence Builder private Facebook group, which is for women only, make sure you join. Okay, I'll put a link down here. So give me 1 second. So that one is only for women, and you can share anything you like inside. And thank you so much, Milda. Okay, can we have a second person to just share what you've learned, your biggest aha moment over this 5 days, or how you feel? And yes, I see Dora. Hello, Dora. Yes, you can unmute yourself.
Hello to everybody. It's nice to see your faces here. It's really a pleasure to see with whom we have shared all these days, all this knowledge and all this improvement of ourselves. So for me, actually, what is the one, let's say, because there were a lot of aha moments, but let's say the one biggest one is that if we have a will, there's always a way. It's just we need to take the action and do something. I discovered these days that if we want to do something, we just set that goal, and even unconsciously there is things that push us to do it. So I'm really happy I participate in this 5-day challenge, and I discovered, I found out that everything is possible. It's just we have to know what we want and move on.
Exactly. That's beautiful.
Yes.
Everything is possible, right? And
Yeah.
take the action to work on it. It has to be aligned action, right? So you got a really, really good point there. And this is really amazing because like over the 5 days, we're talking a lot about taking actions, right? And the reason why we emphasize on taking action so much is because over the years after coaching so many girls, let me see how many years, since 2014. Yeah, I noticed that, even me included in the past, girls, because of all these things we have in our life that are actually stopping us from taking actions. And there are a lot of things we carrying inside of us that are actually holding us back from taking actions. Although we speak out loud of our desires and I want this, I want that, but still there's like procrastination, right? There's like all these excuses, which we're like, but I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it next week. I'll wait till I'm getting this done and then I'll do it. And a lot of times you know that never happens, right? You're like, oh, it's been a year, or I've been saying this for many years. It's still like this. So yeah, Dora, so we're looking forward to you taking many actions towards your goals. So very beautiful. Okay, can I have one more person to share what you learned over the past 5 days? I see a few movements. Okay. Anyone? Don't be shy. You're here already. There's no one else watching. It's just, me and of course, and all the beautiful girls. Yes. Veda, did I see your hand up? She's like, shit, I didn't do anything. Okay, right, great. Okay, please unmute yourself. She's like, oh, I think she picked me. I accidentally waved my hand. That's the universe telling you that this is a cue, this is a sign.
Hello, Jing. Hello, everybody. I'm from India. These 5 days were everything, a full package of aha moments to me. It's a whole package to me. Like right from my first day. First day I was able to transform, able to transform myself. The things, the negativities I put behind back, because people will criticize you, people will throw some damn things, dump on you, those conditioned thoughts and everything. But it's up to you to move on, take a what to say, throw that back and doesn't give a crap about it and moving on, or it's like standing out there whining about it and still stuck on that moment. It's up to you to move on or to go back or to wind that moment. Second thing is that yesterday, that meditation was so powerful for me. It was so powerful for me. It was like, what to say, my lips were trembling, my eyes were started to cry, and I was able to see myself over there. Like you will, like that. I see my future self, like she was so younger than me, looking so younger than me. She aged like wine, I would say. It was so awesome. Like I can see it myself. So everybody has a dream. Everybody has a dream in their own perspectives, be it in a successful mother or entrepreneur or a writer, an artist, a singer, a public speaker. But it's all the intentions what they have, and they transform into an action and they go forward towards it. Without dreams and that passion, nothing is lively about in this life. That's my opinion. I took these lessons in this 5 days, I would say.
That's amazing. And then thank you so much for the sharing, Veda, and meeting your future self. That was very powerful for you, right? For you to see, oh my God, this is what's possible. And like some of you may think, like your skeptical mind might think that, oh, am I just imagining it? Am I just making it up? But what I can tell you is that that moment when you go in there and meet that future you, how many of you actually hesitated and think, okay, I gotta design it this way, I gotta design it that way, or it just happened like that? You can put your hand up. If it just happened, like when I say, in front of you is you, and then what is she doing? Right away, you start to see everything. When the energy flows, right, you know that you're allowing yourself to see the possibility, to visualize the possibility. And when it's so like, boom, when it just comes out like that without you thinking too much and like, okay, wait a minute, let me put it down on the paper, design my hair and all that. This is actually when the magic happens. Like everything just flows. And the more you visualize yourself in that way, the more you're actually creating this vibration of this is who I want to see, this is who I want to be, all right? Not just seeing in, imagination, right? Like they said, right? So you have already started this feeling, right? This feeling, this thoughts. And a lot of you, oh, wow, see everybody trying to come in. So a lot of you are into the law of attraction and manifestation here, right? And like, our mentor master always says that manifestation has to start from the thought. We manifest everything here, including this beautiful hangout, Zoom hangout. We manifest this as well. But the manifestation has to start from a thought. Right? Just like the inventions, everything starts from a thought. There's got to be a thought that you had from, like a month ago or weeks ago that you thought about, I need to improve on myself. There's something, I'm sick and tired of, say complaining or this and that. I got to do something. and then maybe you came across my ad. And I don't know, and maybe you saw me on Master's YouTube, or you saw me somewhere, right? And something resonated that brought you here, right? So you can see the connection between just that initial thoughts. And then you actually have that thought and the feelings during the whole 5 days training already. So that already build up towards how you want to envision yourself, your future self. So that's why for a lot of you, probably most of you, that moment, boom, it just came out, right? So that's why visualization meditation is really, really powerful. And thank you so much, Veda. And I heard that you're coming to our program. So I really look forward to that. Yes, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so we had our 3 sharings, and then I saw a lot more of the girls just coming in. When you were sharing, I was like, wow, 5 people trying to come in, great. Yeah, so basically today, I have to go to the second page to see your beautiful faces. So yeah, this session is actually very casual, very relaxing, and for you girls to ask me anything. So ask Jean anything, AJA, okay? I might actually do a special episode on my YouTube channel for this. Yeah, I have a YouTube channel as well, and I'm actually uploading all our sessions from this week onto the YouTube channel as well. So you girls, if you want to go back and watch any part of it, or share, you know, some of the moments from our past 5 days with any families and friends, you can just grab the YouTube link and send it to them. It's all easier that way. Yes, okay, so I'm just gonna open the floor up here for anyone to ask questions, and you can put your hand up and just unmute yourself. And if some of you who want to get in the queue or something like that, you can write your name down. So I'll just go by the order in case some of you like, I put my hand up for 5 minutes or for 5 hours, you haven't seen me yet. Okay, anything, yes. Okay, so I'll go from first page. Okay, I see Clarissa, right? Okay, so great. Okay, we'll start from Clarissa, and the other girls, let's write your name in the chat box, and I'll just go by the order so I can be fair. And we have our lovely group team leaders tuning in today as well. So yeah, I forgot to mention that, you know, the team leaders have been doing such an amazing job. And they were once just like you girls, also sitting on the other end of the screen and learning and sharing their problems and things. But today they're, you know, stepped up as leaders. So thank you so much, our group leaders. And I had to ask the group leaders to help me and keep track of who are the next girls. Okay, so Clarissa, the floor is yours, and you can unmute yourself. Hello. Oh, I don't think I'm able to hear you. Can you girls hear Clarissa? No, no sound. You may have to like, you are unmuted, but it could be your microphone or the audio on your computer.
My question is how to have a healthy lifestyle for the beginners.
How to have a healthy lifestyle for the beginners, right? Okay, so that's a good question. Thank you, Clarissa. So this actually depends on your goal, right? So whenever you ask a question like, how do I do this? A how, whenever you ask about a how, the method, okay, you show me the steps, the ways, you have to ask the why first. Okay, before you ask the why, the how, you gotta ask the why, okay? So that's why I'm gonna toss the question back to you, right? What is your why? What is your goal? Okay, so you asked about healthy lifestyle, right? For healthy lifestyle, everybody has a different goal for healthy lifestyle, right? Some people may think if I'm eating burgers at McDonald's, you know, 3 days out of 6 days or 7 days, that's healthy for me. I'm not eating it every day, right? So what is your definition of a healthy lifestyle, and what is your goal? Okay, what is it about your life right now you think that's not healthy, and why do you want to change? And there's gonna be a goal there that you want to be healthy, right? So can you share with me, like, what is your goal of your healthy lifestyle and your why?
Uh, because I want to be practice like a vegetarian, more on vegetables and plant based.
So you want to start a plant-based lifestyle? Is that what you said?
Yes, vegetarian plant-based. Yes,
Okay, so right now you are not having a plant-based diet, is that right?
yes.
So you would like to get started. You want to like start slowly into a plant-based diet. Why is that? Why do you want to start a plant-based diet?
Um, uh, Maybe because it will change my proper diet.
So was it
Proper diet.
proper diet? Okay, so basically you're planning that, okay, I want to do a more plant-based diet because that is a more proper diet. Is that what you're thinking? Or you're, how should I say, you're seeing a lot of people doing it? Like what is
Yes.
it for you that you want to do? What is it for you
Uh,
that make that not trigger, but that inspire you to go on the plant-based diet? For yourself, that's very important.
because I can see them so healthy and mostly not getting sick.
Okay, right. So having a lot more fresh, fruits and vegetables in your diet is definitely healthier. We all need it. We all need a lot of good vitamins and fiber and all the other nutrients from the fresh fruits and plant-based food, definitely, right? And I do want to point out here that because I know right now a lot of people are practicing plant-based diet, which is beautiful, right? It's been a big sort of a global increasing global trend here too. And a lot of us here, like in the circle, we are also practicing plant-based, including myself, but I'm not 100%. I'm mostly vegetarian, which means I still eat dairy, I still eat eggs, right? And then here and there, I take a break and I do eat meat. So I'm just being very completely raw and honest here. But I also tell everybody, right? Everyone has different reasons to go into the plant-based diet. Firstly, is it because of spiritual religious practice? Right, some religious and spiritual practice requires you to go on a plant-based diet. And secondly, a lot of us doing this. I know a lot of you girls here who are doing plant-based diet because of the love, the compassion for like not killing animals, right? And that is a big reason as well, a big passion too, actually, right? And then third one, yes, a lot of people do that because of health reason, right? It's better for my health that I reduce, animal products, that I reduce a lot of, those. What I'm saying when I'm talking about this, I am actually trying to stay on the very objective, ground, because, like I said, diet is a very personal thing, right? I don't want to come across something like, oh, I'm biased towards any particular diet here, right? Like I remain like balanced. And also throughout the years and out of hundreds of people that I coach, I have a lot of different students who practice different diets. Some are like very, very meaty. Some are like, balanced, eat a bit of everything. Like my husband eats everything. And, like I'm mostly, like vegetable. And we have people who are pure vegan as well, like in my circle. So I just want everyone to know that you pick whatever that you feel right, okay, and just be sure of your reason of doing it, because we have a lot of people who want to transition into plant-based diet, but then they're not happy. They're like, oh my god, I miss eating cheese, I miss eating chicken, for example, because a lot of us have been raised to eat meat for our whole life, right? And then suddenly you're changing. So Clarissa, for you, right? If your goal is, I just want to, introduce more healthy food into my diet, because maybe right now you're not eating enough vegetables and fruits. Okay, maybe that is why. And maybe you can see, maybe when you look at the way you eat, or comparing to maybe like, I don't know, a wellness influencers or maybe friends of yours, you can see that, oh, I'm not eating enough or some of the more wholesome and more nutritious food. So that's why you're like, oh, maybe vegetarian diet, vegan diet is the way to go. And of course, there are a lot of like informations and people advocating it out there, right? So I'm sure there are a lot of um, good health benefits of each type of diet, right? each type of different diet, but also, you know, when you're more inclined towards one type of diet, then that's completely okay. And then just have to understand yourself more, right? And see, okay, am I able to transition into a plant-based diet like completely, or am I able to transition into a step-by-step, right? So your question is how to have a, you know, healthier lifestyle or healthier diet, maybe more specifically in your you know, in your case, and you want to have a proper diet. I would like you to kind of go a little bit deeper, right? And a little bit deeper in terms of, you know, okay, is it because you're not, also look at your body too, right? Is it because you're not getting good sleep, or like do you feel like you're not having enough energy, right? Go a little bit deeper, more specific on like looking at your body, right now. What are the sort of like, maybe there's some signs that, you know, you're not feeling quite energetic enough, or like you don't feel strong enough, things like that. Or some, I know in our community, sometimes some of the ladies might voice up saying that, oh, my skin's too dry, or I feel like I'm very energetic in the morning, but in the evening, you know, I lose my energy, or all these things, right? So I want you to be very, very specific with yourself, because at the end of the day, the healthy lifestyle, the healthy diet, they're there to nourish your body, right? So you have to know the difference of like, where's your body right now? Like, why is it that I want a proper diet? Is it because, oh, I don't feel like, you know, I want to be stronger, you know, I don't feel like I'm strong enough when I'm doing yoga, for example, right? So to be a bit more specific, what I can do is for you, Clarissa, and then also maybe for some of you who also have very similar kind of like question, what I can do is I'm going to drop a link in here. This is a little wellness evaluation form, and you can answer the question in there. Okay, I'm going to put it in the chat box right now. So bit.ly/wellness-eval. Okay, so you girls can grab that and fill it out. It just takes 1 minute. And the evaluation form will ask you girls like about your current lifestyle, right? You know, like what do you eat, and how's your energy, like how is your, like, you know, bowel movements and things like that, right? Do you have any sort of like health conditions and that? So you can fill it out, and after the call on my back end, I'll take a look for you girls, right? And make sure you join the Body Confidence Builder community so we can stay connected. And that's how we can stay, you know, stay connected, and you can always receive the information and things like that. Okay. And for those of you who are coming into the 7-week program, you will have your own healthy lifestyle program, like personalized as well. So when you're going through the coaching, yeah, I'll go through the personalization aspect of it, and then you will know that, oh, for my particular, you know, in my particular case, this is what I should be doing. Yes. Okay. Is that all right, Clarissa? Okay, thank you. Thank you so much for your beautiful, beautiful presence here. All right, so sorry, who was next? We have a very busy chat box here. Okay, I see, is Milda next? And then I see Dora. Is that right? Okay. All right, so when you're ready, you can unmute yourself. If you're sure that you're next, then just unmute yourself, no problems.
Okay. Hello. Yeah, so my question is about financial confidence. It happened that I met a really amazing person, and I really, really like him, and we're really similar. Everything seems really fine. But the only thing is that our social class is different. And he earns way more than me. I still have like an abundance mindset. Everything is fine, but it's really new. And I'm just wondering how to act with this difference.
Okay, that's a great question, actually. Thank you, Milda. So you met this guy, and you two dating already now, right?
Yeah,
okay,
we started dating.
So kind of like your new boyfriend. So he is earning a lot more than you, and how do you feel about that? Firstly, like when
I feel good. Like I know that I'm gonna earn as much as him probably, because I have goals and I'm ready to achieve them. I'm younger than him, so he's just on another page. I'm not afraid of it, to be honest. Like everything's fine, but still, on the way things happen, that people who earn more money like act different than others. So I don't know. Like it's not a really bad situation, but I think that it can make like some small troubles in the future. But I'm ready to work on it though.
Okay, right. That's actually something that could be common, right? And I also have been there, like in very similar situation in the past when I was dating, men who were like very wealthy. Um, the, the fact that you voice up this, like you said, like it's not a big thing, but it's kind of sitting there on your chest or at the back of your mind. That shows that you have some kind of, like, it's not like you have a problem with it, but it's more to do with yourself. You have something about
Exactly.
you. I should say it. You do have a slight, how should I say it? You do feel slightly uncomfortable about the fact that when it comes to finance, maybe the capability, maybe the amount, or the whatever it is, you feel a little bit uncomfortable there, right? And maybe there's something, perhaps it's something that you need to work on, right? It could be like, I don't know, your the money habits, or ability to make money and this and that. And because you are younger, right? Because you're younger, then I mean, I'm not saying it makes sense that you earn less, but that's not always the case, right? These days we have a lot of like,
Exactly.
young millennials who are like billionaires, not millionaires, right? So this is actually where you need to work on increasing, right? Increasing actually your self-confidence first. And I know a lot of you girls probably have heard me speaking about financial confidence, right? The financial confidence actually also stems from your self-confidence. You think about, the fact that, okay, firstly, your certainty, okay, certainty of yourself and clarity, right? We need to have a clarity there and certainty. When you are clear with, where you are right now in life. So can you quickly tell me, like, what do you do right now? Are you studying or are you working?
I'm a sales representative and also a photographer, and he is a videographer, so we're actually thinking to collab together. But it's more like family based, like because of his family, he's richer, like it's generational wealth. And yeah, our family, it's on different pages, like just to compare, like I came from a really not so abundant mindset family. And his family is just grown on that. Like everyone has a mindset from the young age. So this is actually more like the struggle. I'm not afraid of myself. I'm afraid more about the family habits that we grew up that are gonna show
Okay.
up.
Right. Okay. So that one is something that firstly, I'll say, that's something firstly you need to work on not putting too much energy into, your thoughts and energy into the fact that, wow, his family background, my family background, and whatever it is, right? Because I know that for everyone, there's different habits and different conditioning in the family. And firstly, of course, we're proud of our family, right? And secondly, we come to acknowledgement. You're acknowledging that, okay, this is maybe like, say, for example, my family came from a working class. So there are some, mindset, social conditioning from the working class. And then you recognize that, okay, and you recognize that, and then just go, okay, so that's what it is, right? And for me, going forward, right? So this is your decision. Your decision. You want to stay that way and go, okay, it's hard for me. I'm gonna stay in this kind of like, mindset. And my boyfriend, they're like that. So there's always gonna be a big difference there, right? So your choice is you stay, you put your energy in that, the difference. We have a big gap and difference, even just between a family, or you shift your energy to, okay, well, I'm still growing, like for all of us, like we're not gonna stay stagnant. I'm learning, right? I'm learning how to increase, my abundance mindset. Okay, that's great. I want to be inspired. You want to be inspired by the good things, right? There are the good, say, money habits or financial management, all these things. You want to be inspired by that, but not be intimidated or be, what's the word, kind of be down by the fact that, like I'm some girl, say, for example, from the neighborhood, right? But, they're from like the elite neighborhood, right? So don't keep on generating that kind of energy of putting yourself down, right? But rise up and go, okay, I'm very inspired by this. Every wealthy family is different, right? So being inspired by, oh wow, they work really hard to get to, this stage, or, maybe, I don't know, I'm just making things up, right? But it depends, right? Like, I remember I once dated a guy back in college, and their family owned like international like automobile business. And whenever I went to visit his house, it's like by the water and like yachts and all that, right? And I was always like, oh my God, this is, like I was enjoying it, but at the same time, I'm just like, he really wanted to marry me at the time. I'm like, oh, no, 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 we'll never be a good match. I'm not from this kind of family, although I was enjoying all that stuff. But I'm like, no, 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 no. My mindset was like that. Like, we're not a good match, like you're too wealthy for me and all that. So I pushed him away. All the while thinking back, right? Their family actually invited me to go to the trade show and to be part of the whole, what do you call it, community activities. I learned a lot actually by helping them out at the trade show. But back then I was young, I did not recognize that, right? Because my mindset was on, oh my God, these things they do, they're dealing with like, millions of dollars. Here I'm trying to save up $50, So be inspired. So my advice would be inspired by, the good things, okay? The good things coming out of that wealthy background, the family, and use that inspiration to uplift you, to increase your confidence, to increase your ability to acquire wealth, right? And this is the kind of mindset we're trying to cultivate here, because I know, especially during this COVID time, a lot of us are, short of cash. A lot of us are having some kind of like budgeting, money issues and things like that. But what I want to say to everyone is like, don't focus on that. Don't focus on, oh my God, I'm waiting for the next job. What can we do in the meantime? How can we be resourceful? Okay, how can we create our own wealth by being online, by being at home? There's a lot of things that we can do, right? And there's a lot of ways to acquire. If you feel like I really don't know where to start, start learning, acquiring the skills, start acquiring, like financial abilities, start acquiring, so build the confidence first, right? You have to build the confidence and then start acquiring skills to, like manage your money or to build business and things like that, right? So I actually teach, nutrition business. So I have another business, a nutrition business, and I actually teach how to actually generate wealth from that as well. So if anyone's interested, you can, just drop your details later and then I'll speak to you in another separate call about it. So, there's always a way. And that's why I love this whole entrepreneurial game. That's why I call it entrepreneurial.
Really nice indeed.
There's always ways to make money, right? So I hope this helps. I hope that was that answered your question.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. And then we have Dora, right? Okay.
Yes.
Hello, Dora.
Hello again.
Yes.
So my question, actually, I know that this week, for example, we try to cultivate this body confidence, and we're trying to get this to own it. But I know that this cannot last forever, in the sense that it might have some upside downs. And why I'm saying that is that I was feeling very, very well, let's say a month ago, but something in my life, an incident in my life shaked me, and I was really in a low vibration vibes and all of that. I can say that what lifted me up, it was this 5-day challenge that lifted me up again. So actually my question, I just quickly I will say what was it about, what really dropped me. I was with this guy. Actually, we used to date last year, and we stopped, and we started dating again, and it was much more strong and much better. And actually, an incident, what happened, a friend of mine, she said some things about me which were lies, they were not correct. And so after he found out these things that they are not true, he stopped. So this really shaped me, because I felt the disappointment from the friend, and also maybe I felt also from him disappointment that he believed her and not me, let's say. So this really shaped me a lot. Even now I'm becoming a bit emotional with saying that. So I'm wondering, when we're having things like that, how we gain our confidence back.
Okay, right. So basically, thank you, Dora, for sharing that. So basically, you're saying that, like we have, say the challenge, and that's really lifting you up, right? And then something happens in the life, and that kind of like drops your energy. And then throughout, how can we maintain this high vibration, this good vibration throughout, the rest of our life, and so that we don't go through this ups and downs, right?
Yeah, or
That's
how we
basically.
deal when we are facing it, actually.
Okay, understand. This is actually very realistic, right? Like realistically speaking, in life, we will not always be like perfect and happy and all that all the time, right? Because that would be flatlining. Life will always be up and down, right? This is just like a heartbeat. Our heartbeats are do 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 do. But I'm not talking about the kind of like dramatic. You don't want your life to be like dramatic roller coaster all the time, right? That would be very, very chaotic. So, there will be some like happy times, and there will be some challenges that the universe throws at you. And the question is, right? The question is not like, okay, can I avoid having all these things? We cannot. We cannot control when the ups and downs will happen, right? But we can actually build up the ability, build ourselves up, so that when those times comes, the storm, I call it the storm. When the storm comes, you have the ability to quickly pick yourself up, to quickly shift your energy out of it. And that is the end goal. That is the end goal that I want everyone to have here. And that is the end goal that I'm coaching everyone to have. So not to be like, okay, let's just like keep on doing all these things, or keep your vibes high. Yeah, we're gonna go through a lot of shit times, okay? Excuse my language. There will be some time when you're like, when it can be really, 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 really crap, right? But when you have built yourself up, when you have geared yourself up, right? Build this container so strong. When those times come in, you may have a quick moment of like swearing and go f this, f that. But then very quickly, like, all right, okay, calm yourself down. Very quickly, you can find the state of balance, the state of calmness, and have the ability to go, okay, how do I deal with it? All right, start having the solution. The solution mind comes in and go, okay, all right, so what do I do now, right? And how do I handle this? And what would, like, what would the higher self, my higher self say, right? So all of these, the ability to deal with the emotions, especially. I know women, we have all this emotional crap, and anything in life could trigger emotional reactions, right? And part of what I want to empower everyone to do is not to overreact, of course, and not to be caught up in the emotional game, the spiral, not to be caught up in that spiral, a downward spiral of because I see a lot of you smiling, because that spiral could last for days, right? And also it goes back to the same principle of the law of attraction, the same principle for energy, where the attention goes, the energy goes, right? And this spiral could generate into a tornado before you know it, right? A lot of things could get dragged into this spiral, right? So it's very important for you to build up the ability, right? So, I mean, confidence is part of this, right? Like when we're doing the confidence coaching, we do talk about, how you get yourself out of the pattern. And when the old habits and old things start to creeping in, what do you do to get yourself out of it, right? So I will say that because we are who we are, I would never tell people that, yeah, you build yourself up so you're so bulletproof. I don't think there's such a thing as bulletproof, because we are human. We're beautiful female human beings. We have feelings, right? We have all these senses, 5 senses we're experiencing human life. It's impossible for us to be like totally bulletproof and nothing can get to me. Of course, we have to actually, I'm not saying welcoming it. When it happens, embrace it and go, thank you. Thank you, universe, for letting me experience this, whether it's bitter or sweet or sour, this flavor in life. Okay, now, I'm ready to take on. Okay, now, okay, I am not gonna fall for this. For example, in your specific case, some friend says something bad about you, right? And then maybe instinctively your energy goes to that, oh, how could she do this to me? Wow, I thought we're friends, right? It's very natural to go into that, right? So instead of that, why don't you shift the energy and say, firstly, okay, 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 that's being said about me. Okay, I don't know why she said that. I don't know why she said that. It's not true. She may have her own agenda. I don't know what her agenda is. She may have some other motives and agenda for saying it. I don't know what it is. It is very disappointing. You know, you could, like, if I were you, I might think, okay, maybe I'll have a conversation with her, and without sounding like, you know, how could you say this to me? Right? You know, okay, just have a conversation. Say, okay, so this is what's being said, and I'm just very curious, you know, like, you know, why? And then I don't know what happens, and then just don't let it bother you, because it's already been said and done. And if the guy is reacting in the way that he chose to, maybe, you know, there's still something that needs to be worked between, you know, you and him, the relationship. Perhaps there's a lack of trust, or perhaps there's something else there, right? And that will come down to communication, and comes down to just honesty and trust, right? So I don't know the details, but I do think that, you know, if someone who really believes in, I don't know, something that's being said without without like using their senses or some kind of like base to judge whether it's true or not, and things like that, that probably just goes to show that this person doesn't know you well enough, right? I don't want to come to the conclusion here, but that's what I'm sensing. You know, he may not know you well enough to know who you really are, and be swayed by the rumors or something else, right? And if I were you, I'd be like, this guy really doesn't know me well enough. And if he would like to, you know, communicate about it and give another go and get to know me better, then great, let's work something out. But if this is already like something that he doesn't want to keep pursuing, then he's just not the right guy for me. Thank you, universe, for filtering out this energy. I don't need this energy. I don't know if this is helpful for you.
Yeah, of course it is. You mentioned law of attraction. So I'm wondering if what happens in the challenges we have in our lives, if we create them.
Create a law of attraction?
No, create the challenges we have.
Oh, okay. You create the challenge, right?
Yeah.
Yes, it is very possible that all of us, we can attract the challenges, right? So it all depends on your own vibration. Sometimes the challenges do come, like, because I know a lot of people might think that, okay, if we don't want to attract the storms and the challenges, then I really have to keep myself in high vibes all the time. Well, it is true. The most of the time when you remain balanced, so everyone have to remember, it's about being balanced, right? When you remain balanced and calm, and when you always hold that state of joyfulness, gratitude, right, and the love, compassion, then you obviously would attract more of that into your life. The times when we attract more challenges is when subconsciously our inner state is in a state of chaos. Now, a lot of us think that, no, I don't think so. If you use your conscious mind to think about it, you'll never find the chaos. You'll think that, no, I think I'm okay. But then what you do, everything you do, like just your day-to-day thing and the way you do things already reflects the inner state. Yes. Yeah. And also, another way to reflect, you know, is I believe in feng shui. I don't know how many of you have you know, heard about feng shui. It's the art of, it's actually, feng shui is all about energy, you know. It's about the energy of your space, and also, you know, how you arrange different things. The state of our home, our physical environment, which I don't talk too much about it in the challenge, but in the coaching, in the season 2 coaching, I'll be teaching you girls a lot about the physical environment, how you actually create the energy in your physical space and let that actually influence your energy, and then how you play around with it. I believe in feng shui, and I believe that, you know, the state of your home or the state of your physical environment, work or school or something like that, is also a reflection of your inner state, right? So, you know, like I'm not saying this to make a judgment on anybody's, like say, oh, my bed is very messy, right? For example, I got clothes all over on my floor, right? So it is a reflection of personality, firstly, right? But also it is a reflection of the state of organization. And most of the time it is a reflection of the inner state of whether if you're feeling calm, organized, and, you know, joyful, or actually your inner state is a little bit, you know, chaotic. This is not 100%, but I know that if you just take a look at your own physical environment, that actually already tells you something, you know, one of the signs. So yes, so for you to attract less challenges, yes, you can actually start to definitely start to gain, I'll say for you, start to gain more clarity. When you gain more clarity first, right? Because clarity will give you certainty. And once you have the clarity and certainty, you know exactly like, okay, this is the path, this is what I'm going to do with my life, and these are the people I don't need, for example. And you will, the certainty, clarity will help all of you, not just for a dollar. I'm speaking for all of you here, that will help you attract the right things into your life. Even the challenges are there for the right reason. They're always there for the right reason. Yeah, I hope that was helpful.
It was really helpful. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, I see a lot of questions people typed out here. You have to give me some minute to read it. I did not grab my spectacles. Okay, so after Dora, so if you girls have questions, just speak it out loud, because if you wait for me to read it, it would take some time. Now I'm taking my time to read it. So the next question is, was it how did I get into coaching? Is that the next question from Onami? Are you here, Onami? Okay, I'm like busy looking through. We have like 2 pages, everybody. Okay, if she's not here, I'll just quickly answer. How did you get into coaching?
Yeah.
Oh, there you are. Hello, beautiful. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry
is that
about
your
that.
question? How did I get into coaching?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Okay, in stages. I got into coaching in stages. Yes, I
Okay.
used to work in architecture actually. So I come from a creative background. So I used to work in architecture and graphic design. And then, you know, while I was working my desk job, I found my passion in yoga and fitness coaching and nutrition coaching. So that's how I transitioned. So I transitioned into just doing volunteer, you know, like boot camp coaching, you know, physical fitness coaching and some yoga teaching. And then my nutrition business mentor, you know, introduced me to this amazing opportunity to do nutrition business and to like form community and things like that. And that's where I start to build up my ability to basically do group coaching and one-on-one coaching and things like that. So I started from health and fitness. Yeah, it started from health and fitness, just purely my passion. And I love being around people. That's just me. That's just part of who I am. I get fueled. My energy gets recharged when I'm around people. And even now, you know, when we're not physically together, we are like virtually hanging out. And all of you girls, the energy here, the PE, the people energy fuels me. So, so I love that. That's just who I am. Okay, so that's why I was like, I really love being around people, helping people. And is there a way that I can do more of this? That was the question I started thinking. Because at first it was just pure hobby that I really enjoyed doing a couple of times a week while I was like working, you know, in an office job. And then I really started to think, you know, can I do this for a long time? And that's how I like slowly transitioned into full-time coaching. So it was health and wellness at first, which is why I still speak about, I have my nutrition business and, you know, I was doing a lot of fitness stuff back then. But, you know, over the past maybe 1.5 years, I transitioned into doing more like personal development and mindset coaching. So it all evolved. Yeah. And also, is that something that you're trying to get into? Are you trying to get into coaching?
I just had a fleeting thought about it because, sorry, I'm outside. So,
Okay.
like, I wanted to know exactly. It sounds like it took multiple, like doing a lot of different things, but obviously you did them because you like them. But it wasn't just like, oh, I'm just gonna go into coaching. Like you yourself had to build up to getting a certain type of discipline and like experience before you took on bigger projects. So yeah, that's kind of what I like, because I'm the same way. Like I like to to be around a lot of people. I'm super extroverted. I want to be a director. So I like to be around people, and they do like fuel me too.
Mhm.
And coaching, motivational speaking is something that like I'm more inclined to.
Mhm.
So that's why I had that question. But thank you. Appreciate that.
That's great. That's great. It's a great question you asked. And then I know that from the 5 day challenges, a lot of girls may have expressed similar interests as well, right? And it's beautiful. You girls have come to the right place to ask the question. Because what I can share with you girls, maybe some of you know already, that, you know, whatever I do, right, I make sure that there's always an opportunity for my students to step up. So if you look at some of our beautiful leaders here, they they were actually kind of pushed by me, right? I know they're all pushed by me to become leaders. So I have actually developed this, I'll say it's kind of like a natural part of what I want to do for the people that I empower, is that I actually see the potential leader in everybody. So for every coaching, every program coaching that I do, well, not every single person, because sometimes really some people really don't want to like help people, right? Then it's not really, you know, my job to push them into that. I actually, at the end of the program, I always provide an opportunity to train and to teach everyone how do you get into the next phase of your, you know, of your life. Like, for example, I spoke about this yesterday that, you know, so what happens when you have, you know, build up your body confidence, you've acquired the confidence, you mastered it, and of course it's ongoing, right? Not just like I'm done, okay, this is it. Even if you have acquired the confidence with us after 7 weeks, okay, how can you elevate that confidence, right? How can you keep on snowballing and elevating it? And what do you do with it now? You know, you've actually empowered yourself. Now it's time for you to go out there and empower other people. And I don't know how many of you girls write this down. You remember what I said? Confident women create confident women. And just like my mentor, Master Shri Akashin always said, leaders create leaders. I deeply believe in that. So my responsibility is, you know, so Onami, I don't know if you still thinking about coming into the program. If you come into a program, then, you know, throughout the weeks, throughout the time, and also towards the end, you will start to actually find ways to actually elevate yourself as a coach. And I'll be there to guide you step by step. Okay, this is what you can do next. And, you know, you've done, you know, this kind of work with us here, and I can suggest you, this is what you can start doing, the steps. And yes, you're right. You know, in order to coach, you have to build up your steps and the experiences and that. But I always tell this, right? Some of you girls have been with me for like over a year, been coached by me in the nutrition business and in our body confidence program. That you don't need to wait until you've got like, I don't know, XYZ amount of years of experience and then go out there and impact people. You can already start doing that while you're actually acquiring, you know, the experience and the skills. And then of course there are ways to do that without actually say, without giving yourself that kind of, oh, I'm scared. What if people say this about me? What if they say it about me? I always have this ability. I don't know if my leaders agree with me or not. I have this like natural passion to help everybody find what they're really good at. And that's what I spoke about on day 2, if you remember, our identity alchemy. You know, what is your existing superpower, your authentic superpower that you can already use to start empowering other people? And that is something that you can already start doing as part of your coaching. And if there's a few other, like, I don't know, specific coaching you want to do later on, no problems. You know, you start acquiring the skills and the experience along the way, but already, right, you know, I can tell you maybe in this couple of months, you know, if you've been with us, you can already start to coach other people already step by step. And I tell people, you know what, life is short, don't wait. And, you know, we're here creating more leaders, right? And more leaders and more female empowerment. And I tell people, you know, don't wait till like, you know, you got this certificate, you've gone to this school for 3 years, and then you come out and, you know, empower people. Of course, like if you want to go into a certain field that does require, you know, your professional skills and that, and of course we got to obey the rules and do that, right? If it's a brain surgery you have to do, yes, you have to, okay? You can't quote on Jean and say, yeah, she said you can already start opening people's brain and do it. No. That's a different story. But yes, if it's a lot of things along the lines of like, you know, health and wellness and, you know, things like that, there are a lot of things you can already start doing, you know, even if it's like, say, your next door neighbor could be needing some help, you know, they probably your neighbor girlfriend who just broke up, or going through some like marriage hard time or something like that. And then maybe you've been there, just as an example, okay? And then you know how to go about it. You're like, hey, you know what? I'll tell you, this is what you should be going through. When you're giving advice, you're actually in a way coaching that person already,
Yeah.
right?
I
So
do a lot of that already. So
exactly. So,
yeah.
so if you want to speak a bit more about this, you can actually just join the community, join the Body Confidence Builder community. And then, you can DM me there and ask me a bit more about how to get into this.
Yeah.
And yes, do hope to see you in the coaching as well.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Onami.
All right.
Okay, let's see. Okay, I have to go through all this. So if while we're going through this, right, I want to open the floor up for everyone to hear from our leaders. And our leaders, amazing. Everybody gives two big thumbs to our beautiful family leaders. They all have done such an amazing job, right? So the leaders who are here, oh my God, yes, please show your face. And while I'm looking for the question, I'll just let every leader say a few, have a quick share with everybody, if that's okay. Okay. So I'll let the leaders take the lead, okay? Whoever's ready, just unmute your microphone. You've already gone through the shyness stage, so. Okay, Ali, you're first, right? Yeah.
Okay, I guess I'll be first.
Oh, yeah!
Hello. Hello, everyone. So happy to see you all. I am Ali, and I was part of season 1 with Jing Fang, and I don't know what exactly you wanted us to talk about, Jing, just how it helped us, or
Anything you like to empower the ladies on, like anything you want to say to the ladies here. Yes.
Okay. All right. So I have struggled with my weight my entire life, and there was one point in my life where I was actually thin, and I didn't even have the confidence. Like, I still thought I was fat. So I understand the importance of having that body confidence no matter what stage you are in your weight loss journey. And just because you are whether you think you're overweight or you still feel like you need to fix something in your body, it doesn't mean you can't love where you are at right now, and at the same time do what you need to do to fix whatever. You're conscious, you're conscious about your health, and you want to be more healthier. And it's all one thing. It all encompasses everything. And I am so grateful to Jing Fang for creating this program, because before I did her program, I was still struggling with my own confidence. And then after I did her program, you can ask anyone who did the program. I'm not at my goal weight, but I'm more confident in myself, and I'm not looking at myself in the mirror and despising how I look. I'm just happy where I am. I'm happy that, I'm more, proud of my curves, you could say. And, I've definitely come out of my shell in regards to my own body confidence as well. So, if you're thinking about doing the program, if you're not sure, it'll definitely take you to a whole nother level and in your own confidence journey. So it's definitely a great, I'm so grateful to this program as well. So I'm an advocate for this program myself, and I'm going to do it again, because you can always learn. You can always, the 5-day challenge was amazing, but the learning, as Jing Fang also told us in the challenge, it takes more than 21 days to learn new habits, and it's the continuation of, doing that, and to keep doing it, and which will eventually, bring you to your goal. So it's so I'm so happy to see all of you here and to be a part of this journey again.
Thank you so much, Ali. That was beautiful. And by the way, Ali transformed into a heart power coach. right? Heartbreak to heart power coach. So you have to talk to her, you know, when it comes to things like how to recover from breakups and also how to build up, you know, self-love. Yes, and that is one of the special super ability that Ali actually built up, yeah, after the 7 weeks. Very, very proud of her. And belly dancing,
Yes.
yes. Those of you heard about
Yes, I
the
signed up to become a certified belly dance coach. So
amazing.
that's yes. Yes.
That was Ali. The
So
story that I
I wouldn't
told.
have done that.
The story that I told
Huh?
about the story that I told, I think on day 1 or day two, about how this beautiful goddess, you know, the belly dancing one, that's Ali. I didn't have her
Yes.
permission at that
That's
time.
me.
Thank you so much.
Yes. So I
Okay.
definitely went out of my comfort zone.
Thank you. That was very inspiring.
Yeah.
Yes. Let's hear from another leader here. So what we do is, I know a lot of girls still have questions, right? We do like a little intervals, right? So we have a couple of leaders sharing, and then we go back into Q&A, and then we hear from the leaders. Is that okay with everybody? Just in case some of you are waiting like, you know, anxiously, like, I want my questions to be answered. But also I want to give all our beautiful leaders the chance to speak with you as well. So that's okay, right, with everyone? Okay, nice. Who will be next?
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Kimi. Bonjour.
Hey. Hello. Hello. Hello, everyone. So I'm Kimi. I'm based in Hong Kong, and so let me share a little bit from my side. It's more relationship. So I have always been struggling with relationship. So first of all, maybe I have to come back to the very beginning, where I have been married to a very traditional Vietnamese family when I was 18, 19 years old. But then after 7 years, I have been abandoned. So my ex-husband just left me. And then, of course, I have to do again my life. But then I have been struggling after struggle with different relationships. So I built up a lot of breakdowns. I was actually saying that, okay, I always date asshole. I always think that I was always accusing that the problem is coming from them. But then after with the time, and I met Jane. Actually, I met Jane 4 years ago in Hong Kong.
On the beach.
On the beach. And I saw the amazing evolution of Jane as well. And I get a lot of inspiration, how she grew up and so on. We talk a lot, and this is where I could get inspired as well. And actually from breakdowns where I was always accusing men that they were actually the factor of my disappointment or failure, I understood that no, it's not about them. It's about self-love, about confidence about ourselves. So I understood step by step that actually whenever we have breakdown with guys or the energy is not there, it's because we need to work on ourselves. So I start to understand that, but still I accumulate a lot of different dating. I date a lot in Hong Kong, and it was always the same thing. So the energy was not there. I had breakdown. So maximum after 2 months, I have to break up with the dates. So it was never there. Then Jane say, Kimi, I will do my program. How about you join me? I will transform you. You will meet your your guy. So I say, well, okay,
I didn't give you a guarantee of when you will meet it, right? So those of you who are thinking the same, I can't guarantee that, oh, in 2 months time you will meet it. I'm not a fortune teller to tell you, okay, guarantee at the end of the 7th week, okay, give it another 2 months, or like, you know, when you walk out of your door, when you're done with the homework, you meet it, you know. This is not my guarantee. It all depends on your vibration. Okay, go on, Kimi.
No, but I understood that it's not about that. I didn't really join because I want to meet a boyfriend or something stable, because I understood, I was aware. So the key number 1 is to be aware that you are in a stage where you need to self-love yourself, and because of whatever you thought that it defined your future, it's not actually. It's all about being confident, mind, soul, and body, everything. So it brings to me, the workshop, a structure, a clarity about how I would like to build a good structure in my life. So I start to do things which I would never do. It means that I start, number one, to do exercise, to wake up very early, to drink water, because I was always drinking wine. Fizzy stuff. I will never be aware about my body, about the health, whatever, nutrition, never. So I start to really be aware about my nutrition, about my body exercise. I wake up every day at 6 a.m. I integrate yoga. I hate yoga because I'm a super active person. And they say, Jane told me you have to do the sun salutation. I say, I hate that. I don't want. So all the girls in the group, so we were 8 girls from the session 1, they were all there pushing me. This is fantastic to be in a group like that all together, because we empower each other and we remain accountable to each other. So it's so important. So without Jane and all the girls, I will not build this structure in my life. So I start to like yoga. So I will do a very precise routine on the morning. And actually my energy changed. I became more positive, and I let go actually of finding a boyfriend. I let go of breakdowns, and I managed actually step by step to build something quite healthy for my life. Just focus on what passionates you. I don't need to find a boyfriend because I'm enough. We are enough as it is us. We don't need anyone to complete us. And then, so it was in April, May, Juin, Juillet. So 2 months after, I met my current boyfriend. And honestly, girls, I tell you something. I made a vision. I made a vision board, because part of the workshop was also to make a vision board, and I list everything just like that, because just list what is crazy, but it's not about listing only. You list, but you need to feel. So that's why there is all this exercise of meditation and grounding, so that when you want to manifest something, you have to feel it and you have to let go to the universe. The guy that I attract today, I don't know how I did it. It's matching everything. I have 15 things, tick, 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 tick. It matched everything. So we are moving together end of this month. And for 2 months, I have 0 breakdown. It never happened in my life. I always have breakdown after 1 week. I always self-sabotage all my relationship. I just feel enough, secured, and it's just right. So that was my sharing. So just be confident and build a structure in your life. You don't need to have it's not about the environments who influence you. So be confident with yourself, and trust and believe that what you have as a goal will just happen. Yeah. So that's what I wanted to share.
Amazing, Kimi.
Yeah.
This is the first time I actually hear from her after, attracting her Mr. Right. That's so beautiful. And she did tell me when that happened, I was like, oh wow, that is amazing. That's magical. Like I don't think about it. And then she told me I never thought about this, and it just happened. And that is actually when if a lot of you are still, looking and waiting for your right person, the right partner to come in. When you set it and forget it, that is when the person will come in. And when you're building yourself in the right way, attuning yourself in the right way, building the right vibration, you will attract the right person. And I'm so happy for Kimi, and thank you so much for your sharing. That was very inspiring for all of us, right? And speaking of vision board, right, I just want to add one more thing there. Thank you so much, Kimi. Yes, thank you. I want to add one more thing about that is on the vision board, how I attract my husband is I actually took away all the photos. I used to have photos of like happy couples and, all these things, right, to represent how I want this loving relationship to be. But then one day I saw this quote. The quote says, I attune my energy to attract love. And somehow the quote just resonated with me so massively. I downloaded that little quote picture and I put it on my vision board. And I took away all those graphics. And for me, love, that one represents what I want for love on my vision board. And ever since I replaced that, I remember I did it in June. I remember very clearly. I took away all those photos of guys and I attuned my energy to attract love. I know some of you girls are writing that down. I was like, this is so true. I have to attune my energy first to attract the love. I put on my vision board, and I remember end of June was when I met my husband on dating app. I was on dating app at that time, but I was not using it vigorously. I would check it like once a day or something like that. And that's why I missed the chance to meet my husband. That's another story. So when he was visiting Asia, he was using it and we matched, but we're just chatting casually, but we did not have the chance to meet. So I'll leave that for another time. It's quite a story. And that's what happened. I was like, oh, wow. And every time when people ask me, like, what did you do? What methods you use and all that, I say, it is law of attraction, but it is about attuning your energy first to attract the right person. Yeah. So we just want to share about that, right? Yeah. And okay, thank you so much, our leaders. We'll come back and hear from a couple more, because I know we still have a few very beautiful ladies, our beautiful leaders here, and you girls are dying to hear from them. But firstly, is it okay that I go back to the questions? I know some of you girls are dying to get your questions answered. And then I think the next one I saw was someone asking about how much time. Was it Shaila? I know Shaila is still here, about joining the program. Can you tell me how much time on a daily basis do I have to spend on this course? I'm working also. Okay, Shaila. Hi, Shaila. Okay, if you're here, okay, or oh, I see you are here, Shaila Chandran, right? Okay, so actually, I'll tell you on the live coaching, right? So live coaching is about 1.5 hours to 2 hours. Yeah. So you girls can see that I over deliver a lot, right? So usually it's about 1.5 hours to 2 hours every Saturday that, we do the live coaching. And then after that, right, it's actually how you design it. I don't give everybody the set time of like every day you got to spend like this many hours or, this amount of time on doing all these things. I will give you the guidance, right? You will have the homework and the guidance, but the homework is not like school homework, where you gotta like answer math questions and all that, or write an essay. You don't have to. So it's actually very flexible depending on how you fit it into your lifestyle. So you're working, right? No problems at all. So once you start the first session with us, you will know, okay, for example, like you heard from Kimi, right, about doing yoga practice. Some of those things I will ask you girls to do daily. It should not take more than half an hour. Okay, the wellness practice, the body movement practice, you should not take more than half an hour. Some of you do like to, do more. Yes, I do give the option. Some of you may want to do more like body movement or a bit more on like meditation or some like written stuff. Then, you get maybe about an hour, but it's really different for everybody, right? Some of you are very fast and efficient. Then you can get it done, earlier. And a lot of the practice is not just about you like closing the door and in the room do it. Sometimes the exercise is actually about you go out there, like in your day-to-day life. For example, when you're at work, how can you implement what you learned at work? And that is homework too. You got to go out there and show up, be around people, for example, if you're around people all the time. So the whole purpose is actually for everyone to start putting in what you learned right into your life so that it changes your life, right? So I hope that answers your question. If you're here, you can type, and then if you can talk, then feel free to talk. Yes. So I hope that answers your question. So yeah, I'll be very happy to see you when our program happens next week. Starts next Saturday, the 12th of September. So we have one from Vida. Okay, Vida, how do you embrace failures and rejection? I had many rejections in career, and people say that I'm not enough, but I never felt it in the first 10. Later, I'm having this self-doubt, how to overcome that. Oh, okay, right. So basically you're saying that when you face a rejection, you don't think it's true, but then later you probably come back to what's being said, right? And then you're like, oh, maybe they're right about me. Okay, so this is, again, whether if you think it's true at that instant or later on, you kind of chew on the words and think it's true, it still comes from, yourself that, you're kind of agreeing with them. You have that, it matches with your frequency. It matches with your self-doubt frequency. It's still there. So it may not be like so strong that when they say it on the spot, like whatever they say, you're like, oh, okay, that's very strong. Okay, so it's still there, but then it's that kind of like the frequency, it comes out later, when you have a moment to think about it. So embrace failure and rejection, right? When they say it to you, you just laugh it out and go, thank you. And I know this is not easy. Everyone think, oh, okay, that sounds very easy, just to kind of block it out like that. It also does require a lot of the strength building, right? Like maybe you girls hear from me a lot about, building that shield, build a protection shield for yourself. And how do we build? We have to build that strong shield for ourselves from continuous practice. Remember the confidence gym, the grow and the glow quadrant. We're gonna do that every day. It's a muscle you have to build, right? If we don't do the training, then this muscle will always be weak. And when our confidence, self-confidence, body confidence muscle is weak, then that rejection, so you're talking more about rejections, right? Or failure, when things like that happen, we'll react to it in a way like we're letting these things, these rejections and this like hatred or negative things, like overtake us. That is when we're not strong enough. We let those things overtake us, and then we probably stop doing what we're doing, right? So when you actually build yourself up from the continuous practice every day, and also especially when you are in a tribe, in the right tribe, surrounded by strong souls, strong spiritual goddesses and yoginis and, warriors, that enhances your PE, your personal energy. Okay, that's good. Okay, I'm trying to think the difference between people energy and personal energy. PPE, how about that? your personal people energy, PPE, yes. So your personal energy. It can be enhanced by being surrounded by stronger souls. So strong souls, not just like people who talk strong, who talk loud. No. People who are truly, truly strong, confident on the inside. Yes. So it really comes down to practice. And what you can start doing is by start smiling more, and and don't fight. That's a very important thing. When those things come, don't fight it. When people disagree with you, don't fight it. Okay, don't let it get to you. The first thing is just smile and go, okay, thank you. Don't fight it, because the more you fight it, the more that amplifies that energy. And most of the time, people get worked up. They want to see your reaction. Right? So, we're not talking about any specific situation here, but just in general, don't fight it. The more you fight it, the more it conjures up that fighting energy, more of the rejections. So when people reject you, so what? Next. They don't know what good you've got, right? And when they reject you, it doesn't mean that, you're not worth anything. You don't have anything valuable to offer, you're not good enough. It just means that this person, or they don't see it, they don't agree. I got rejected a lot, like tell you girls this, when I'm doing this body confidence women's thing, I receive a lot of emails from complaints and whatever. I put myself out there, and I told myself, even before I did this, my mentors told me that if you want to do something big, Jean, empower millions of women out there, you have to prepare yourself. You have to build that strong shield for yourself. You got to build up as a strong soul, because you will receive haters' comments. You will receive people who don't like you. You will have all these like comments coming in, right? So my mentors were preparing me already. And I was like, okay, I'm prepared. Okay, I got to do my work to build it up. And throughout the campaigning, so I campaigned for this 5-day challenge for almost a month. I received a lot of stuff. And I'll tell you what, if I got really caught up with all these people's comments, I wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't even show up. I'll be like, oh, what am I doing? Like, all these people think I'm stupid. And like one girl saw one of my ads, and then she picked on my fashion, right? I just laughed at it, actually. At first, I'll be like, like, it's very easy to be like, why would she do that? Like, I'm here to empower you girls. But then there's another girl saying that, oh, you're wearing the wrong shoes. How could you wear those shoes to go with a dress? For example, right? I received like very stupid comments like that. And what do I have to do? I have to laugh, right? If I let that comment get to me, I'll be like, oh God, okay, next time I should probably like you know, get a fashion designer, get someone to shoot a proper professional thing for me, you know. I don't have to, come on, you know. And girls, don't let those things get to you. But of course, it's not a 1 day thing, 2 day thing. Give yourself time to really build up, right? And we're in the right place to help each other grow and uplift. So I hope that help answer your question. And you will learn a lot of things throughout the 7 weeks later. Yeah, so you don't have to worry. Okay, great. And then okay, Sharari, is that how you're saying your name? Sharari, I think I saw you just for a few seconds. How can I love myself more? All right, okay. I love this kind of self-love questions, because this is what every girl needs. How can you love yourself more? Okay, when we are talking about self-love, right, we have to be a bit more specific too, right? Just like Clarissa's question about how to be healthy, how to live a healthy lifestyle. Where do you feel like you're lacking right now? I don't know if you're here, Sharari.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, where are you? Okay, I'm trying to look for you here, or just the audio.
No, it's a video.
Video. Okay, can you girls help me find? Oh, there you are. Okay. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. There you are. Sorry, I was lost. Okay, there you are. Hello.
Well, it's a lot of people, you know, it's normal. Yeah, you know, the thing is, before I thought I love myself. It was before, you know, before I start this mindset and all these challenges, okay? And then I just sit and talk, you know, about myself and what's happening in my life, you know, and I see I really don't love myself. This is the first problem I have, because always I put the other people in front. Always. Never care about myself. What's happening for me, for my feeling, I don't care, you know. When it doesn't matter, it's a friendship or it's in a partnership, doesn't matter. I'm talking about in general, you know. I put the other people first, and then me maybe coming in. You know what I mean? It's so horrible. It's to be horror movie. It's exactly like horror movie about myself. And I never thought about this in this way, because before because I like myself, but it's different. When it comes with other person, I will put the other person first. Definitely I would do that, you know. I don't want it. Now I don't want to do that, but how I can, you know, to change this is not so easy really, because my pattern, you know, when I see it, it's like this always. You know?
Got you. Thank you so much, beautiful. This is a great question, because there are a lot of women out there who are exactly like you, right? It's in your nature to want to contribute, want to give out love. You have so much love to give. So you basically, you put others' needs. You want to be sure that you're taking care of them. You're, like giving that love to them, before yourself, right? Now that you recognize that pattern, you're like, oh, yeah, I haven't really put a lot of energy in myself. This is a time where you can think about the amount of energy and the passion, the compassion and love that you have for others. How can you give yourself that same amount, the same intensity of compassion and the love and the care? The first thing to do that, I know quite a lot of, beautiful ladies in our inner circle who are very similar to you. They spend a lot of time, a lot of energy on taking care of others, but, not so much energy and time left for themselves. What you could do is you can think of it this way, right? If at the end of the day, if yourself, whether it's health, mental health, emotions, and everything, this whole beautiful being, body, mind, and soul, if that is not well taken care of, that's not there, you're not able to take care of other people. There's got to be a time, like you probably still have a lot, like, like a bank, for example. Look at yourself as a bank. You have a lot of money to withdraw, right? So, you withdraw this energy and time and, love and all that for everybody, right? And then you keep withdrawing, and then at the end of the day, there's not enough left. There's not enough left, and then, the bank account will be empty, right? I just thought that on the instant. It may not be the perfect analogy, but okay, then how can I support? Okay, put it this way. You have a charity, okay, right? And of course, for charity, you gotta, you still need money, right? To buy food and clothing and education, if it's like, charity school and that. But at the end of the day, even for people who are doing charity, they still need to find ways to generate income, right? So, you know, the more money, I know a really good friend of mine who's doing a lot of online trading. And then he told me that the online trading, he lives a very humble life, but the online trading stuff, he said all the income goes into the charity work I do. Because if I don't generate income, I cannot do my charity work, right? Where they're going to get the food and all the supplies from, right? It still requires money, even do charity work. So imagine yourself as that charity, you know, you keep giving the money and all that, right? But at the end of the day, you're not doing the work to take care of yourself, to fulfill, to keep, you know, increasing, you know, yourself, your health, you know, your ability to, you know, to take care of yourself, of the bank. Then at the end of the day, you'll become empty. You know, you may kind of like fall down, and how you're able to take care of others, right? So everything comes from ourselves. And I know we talk about this a lot, like in order to love others, in order to attract, you know, the loving relationship, we got to know how to love ourselves first, right? So I don't know, I just use that analogy because I just thought, okay, that's something that just popped in, I just got downloaded right now, or pop into my head. And so this is the first thing that you can think about, right? As much as, you know, your nature calls for that, you got to take care of others, but you got to take care of yourself first, okay? Because you will hit a point. You will, trust me. You're probably not there yet. You still got a lot, you know, energy and all that there. You will definitely hit a point sometime in the future where you just kind of like stop. You're like, I cannot do this anymore. You know, I'm exhausted. Or some part of you would actually tell you that you're feeling empty, and you will start to not see the meaning of this, the direction of this, right? So I don't want you to have that, because helping people is beautiful, you know, being there for everybody is beautiful, but you cannot be there for everybody. You have to make sure that the most important thing is you got to be there for yourself. When yourself needs that me time, when yourself need that, I don't know, whether it's like you need to go on a vacation, you need to save some money for yourself or something else, you got to take care of yourself holistically, right? So body, mind, and spirit. So this is the first way to look at it. Okay. And then the second way to flip it, to help you flip it, is that why didn't you look at yourself, like try to take care of yourself from a third person perspective, right? Like treat yourself as if you are one of the people that you're trying to take care of. What would I do for Sharari? Is that how you say your name, Sharari? What would I do for her? Like, she's my best girlfriend. She's my bestie, my BFF. What would you do for your BFF? You'll probably like go to the mountains, swim the sea for her, right? Just for example, you know, being who you are, right? You would do everything that it takes to make sure that, you know, she gets the best care, you know, she's, you know, well taken care of. And do that for yourself. See yourself as your best friend. Look at it from a third person's perspective, right? What would you do for her? And if this person, if Sharari is not getting her needs taken care of, she's not getting all these, like, you know, her emotional needs, her social needs, her physical needs, spiritual needs, or her basic needs, you know, all the essential needs taken care of, then I you know, you can think about, then I don't know if I still have a lot more to give, because I have to fulfill myself, right? I have to fulfill my needs first. So when I'm strong, when I'm full of love and, you know, values and all these things, then I'm able to give a lot more out. And while having said that, I don't mean to be selfish, okay? I don't mean like, oh, so loving myself means being selfish. No, it's not about being selfish. Yes. So it's about actually, firstly, having that, again, you know, I said this many times, having that clarity, right? Find the clarity first, you know, of knowing who you are and where in life you are and where you want to go. Where do you want to go next in life, right? So when you have those, the clarity points, you know, listed out, or having them like very clearly crafted out in your head, then this will actually give you a better idea of, okay, what do I do next to take care of myself, right? And, you know, in our confidence coaching, our confidence journey, we're actually doing a lot of work to actually cultivate self-love too. Because what I have found is that the lack of confidence for the body and the lack of confidence for ourselves also comes from the lack of love that we have for ourselves too. like in many different levels actually. So it really all depends on the individual situation. And that is why I said to everybody that when you, and when you know, come into the coaching, I will give I'll give a lot of personalization there. I'll try my best to give as much personalization as possible there. Even though I know there are a lot of you there, but you know, I feel that especially at the beginning, right now, we're still at the beginning of this women's only body confidence movement. I feel that it's absolutely necessary for everybody to learn and to actually have their life, the whole self transformed in the best way possible. So, which is why, you know, as much as, you know, the coaching and everything would go, it's already designed in a very specific and very systematic way. But I'm also giving everybody that personalized touch to make sure that everything that you learn here as a group can be implemented in your own personalized, specific, you know, life scenario, right? So that you are able to, you know, like take very specific action points and, you know, implement them in your life right away. So for you, the self-love, I'm sure we can go deep in that. So, you know, if you're coming to the program, then we can go deep on this self-love thing, you know, apart from putting others' needs over yours. And, you know, there's more to it. You know, I'm sure there's more to it as well that created this pattern. Yes.
I would love to come this session, but right now I do the GIC and I do the mind, I forget the name, Master Your Mind. And
okay.
I will do the next time that, you know, I will finish the Master Your Mind and then I will join your program, because I guess it's so connected to each other. Learn how to master my mind, then I come to your class. I guess this is because I registered for that before. It's
no
like,
problems at all. Yes, it would be beautiful when you're coming here, and I think later, like when you come to the next season, your problems will be different. Your problem might be something else. Yes, and
yeah,
this is
always there is something to improve.
and
Always.
even if you are, you know, even if you do decide to do the confidence and everything else you do, you know, together, it will actually benefit you hand in hand. And the way I will see it, I know, of course, you know, it's not my life, it's your life, right? You know how to manage it. And the way I see it is that if I was you to do, you know, everything together, then I will have the most benefits from, you know, the both worlds, and I will elevate faster. I'll escalate much faster.
I'm thinking about it really, but you know, I have to think about the time too, because you know, I can't go to so many programs, but if I don't have time for each of them, you know, then it doesn't really work. That's why really too, because I work too, you know, I'm looking for a job. I'm looking for a job. I start all this program and it's so many right now.
Understand.
But I will join to your program maybe this season or maybe next season, doesn't matter, but I would love to join. You know, I love you, you know, you are such a, you know, amazing.
I love you too. So thank you so much. Thank you. And just when you were talking about that managing your time, right? This is actually for everybody as well. When you are like thinking about how can I manage my time, think about how can you manage your energy. Yeah, it's about energy management. Especially when we are here, you know, a lot of us are very spiritual, and my mentors are all spiritual beings. They always have taught me that time management is actually very simple. People think it's too complicated. I got too much to do. I got only 24 hours. We all have only 24 hours. How can we accomplish a lot? At the end of the day, it just comes down to energy management. How do you manage your energy? You know, where do you let your energy flow? And how do you let some like multiple things that you're doing at the same time, how can you let them all kind of uplift you at the same time? So this is energy management. We can talk more about that, you know, a bit later. And if you do come in the season, then you will learn it faster. So thank you so much. And
thank you,
yes, you're absolutely beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
And let's see. Oh, see a lot of you girls sending me a personal message. No problems, no problems. Okay, who else do we have here? I think it was, if I didn't see it wrong, after you is was it Alexandra, right? Alexandra was asking a question, how can we feel more confident and calm in front of other people, especially? Good question. When doing something or speaking up our opinions without being afraid or doubting our beliefs. Oh, that's a very good one. That's what I was talking about a few weeks ago about social confidence. Alexandra, are you here? Oh, there you are. I love you. I cannot look at Sandra without thinking that she's wearing those thick glasses and the bow tie now. That's like your signature look. Just like Sarah Jane, she's got the crown. And I think Venus always has the rainbow, right? I got it switched up. So cute, you girls. So it's about like speaking your opinion in front of other people. Like, are you saying that sometimes you are afraid to voice up your true opinion? And that you're afraid of, okay, you're afraid of what other people will think of you? Or you're doubting your
and
own
just
beliefs?
step back. Yeah, and just step back and don't ask or don't tell what is important for me, because all those people around me are like looking for every mistake I can make or something like that. So that's the basic of that question.
Got you. Yes. So this is actually very common, and actually a lot of people associate, not a lot of people, like actually psychologically, it actually comes to that fundamental fear. Our fundamental fear of fearing other people's opinion, fearing other people's judgment. That's simply what it is. Like, for example, in a classroom situation, right? Or sometimes when the teacher asks, like, okay, can anyone tell me the answer to this? You know, sometimes we don't dare to put our hand up because we may be afraid that, oh, I might have the wrong answer, right? But it's not your fear of I may have the wrong answer. The fear actually comes from the fact that what if I answer wrong and my fellow students might laugh at me, or my teacher might think I'm stupid, right? So the real fear is that. The real fear is actually simply the fear of judgment, right? And this is something that we need to work on, and also goes back to what I talked about earlier about building up that strong inner strength, having that strong inner strength, and also having that confidence. Confidence comes from your own strength, right? Having the strength and the belief in yourself. So the very simple way is, firstly, okay, build up your self-confidence, build up your inner strength so that you believe in yourself, even if your opinion, think of this way, right? Even if your opinion does not get agreed by everybody, even if your comments, what you're saying, like your guess answers are wrong, so what? It's okay, right? What's the worst that can happen, right? You know, just think, okay, so it's okay. All that judgment, like, okay, if I say, for example, like at the beginning of the session, I asked, can I have volunteers, right? I only saw one hand up. And everyone else was like, I don't know what she's gonna get us to do, right? So now you're laughing, like, yeah, I was like, I don't know, it depends on what she asked us to do, right? All of these, right? I know that, you know, some of you have that, like, oh, I don't know, yeah, I don't know, maybe I'll wait till other people put their hand up, I'll put a hand up, right? This is how you do everything in life, you know, I have to wait. And maybe some of you are thinking, oh, what if she's gonna ask us to say something and I'm not ready, I'm not good enough yet, what will other people think of me? I have to make sure that I sound perfect, right? All these thoughts are actually imagined fear. Just think of that, it's imagined fear, right? No one would be thinking, oh my God, like she's wearing the wrong jumper. Why she have her hair like this, right? Maybe, okay, here's the thing, right? I gotta be honest. When I say no one's thinking of it, because that is actually a reflection of my own mindset. Like, I'm gonna put this on today because I feel like it. I don't care if people say whatever, because in my mind, I'm like, no one's gonna judge me, right? Okay, but if my mind, okay, now if there are people, you know, judging, that says a lot about them. That's their shit. That's their business. It has nothing to do with you, right? If, say, for example, you're out there in a group situation and you voice out your opinion about, like, say, coronavirus, wearing masks. I know we're not going to get there, but I'm just saying that could be something that, say, some of your friends don't agree with, like wearing mask, but you really insist on wearing the mask, right? And then you talk about that, okay? And now just like come out right and say, you know, this is what I believe. Okay, and this is what I believe, and we all need it, right? And then you know, and you guys don't have to agree with my opinion, but I protect my life. That's why I wear my mask. Okay. And you're okay with that. And then some of your friends might be thinking, oh, you know, could be, right? I'm just saying a lot of people could be making up a lot of their own judgment, but we don't know what they're thinking because it's in their mind. They could be thinking something that's totally relevant. They could be looking at you thinking, did she brush her teeth this morning? Oh God, why is she wearing this? You know, just give me an example, right? Okay, well, why is she wearing this? You know, doesn't she know that we hang out with guys? Shouldn't she wear something a bit more impressive? All the while she's thinking that, her judgment says a lot about this person, right? It says a lot about who she is as a person. Why is she not engaged in this topic? Why is she focusing on like, what are you wearing? And then, you know, her focus goes in there. Like, why is she wearing the unmatching shoes? That says a lot about her, and it's not your business, right? That's her shit. She's got to deal with her shit, and, you know, it has nothing to do with you. And you simply show up as who you are and voice up your opinion without having all this imagined fear. Imagine the fear of what will people say about me, that she looks stupid and all these things. And I'm just putting it out there to let you see this is what's happening most of the time. When we're busy fearing what will other people think of me, other people out there are busy fearing what will other people think of me too. In the public scenario, that is what's happening. Right? I'll just tell you like the truth. That is what's happening most of the time. So for you to come out, you know, come out there as yourself, yes, definitely train yourself up, you know, do the work, do the confidence glow and grow work, you know, every single day. Train your emotions and train your thinking pattern so that you don't have this imagined fear coming up over and over again. And I know it sounds easy when I just give you this, you know, when I lay out the facts and everything here, right? And this is for you to register intellectually, right? So right now, I believe everyone's learning intellectually, but also for it to really go down and sinking holistically, meaning that you're going to be practicing it. It will require practice. It will require a lot of repetition. So you can actually start, you know, start trying it. You know, when you go out, if you go out this weekend with friends, you can actually start to show up and try it out. I know you might be like, oh, try it out and see how that feels. Okay. And just think that I don't care what other people think because that's their business, you know? I mean, that's my attitude, right? So I hope that's helpful.
Yes, thank you very much.
You're welcome. And okay, I'm just gonna mute you here. And I think I see a long one here from Ruhi. Is that Ruhi? You're here? Yes. So I hope you girls don't mind. And if anyone has to go a bit early, so we're probably gonna wrap up before like in 15 minutes, around 15 minutes, right? So my time, 9 a.m. here, and then your time, I don't know, wherever you're from, maybe 10:30 p.m. Indian time, maybe, right? So yeah, so but I will make sure I get all the answers to you, and also we still have room to open up floor for our team leaders, right? Because I know we haven't heard from every team leader here, and they deserve they deserve our love and appreciation. So Ruhi, I'm so inspired by your guidance. Some people comment on my skin tone and say you are fatty, but because of you, now I get rid of this. Okay, thank you. Yesterday I talked about the freedom. I'm very positive, motivated for my dreams, but I don't have the freedom, and this thing affected me. I start feeling low. Freedom is very important to be independent. So Ruhi, do you have a question on that, or that's a sort of like a statement? If you're here, you can turn on your microphone. Oh, okay, I see a couple of people trying to join. Okay, so freedom is very important. Yeah, freedom is actually not easy to get, but everybody has the ability. Everybody. Oh, who was that? Oh, there you are, Ruhi. Oh, Ruhi, you're right here. I see you. Yes. Do you have a question about that, about the freedom? Because I saw you type out something about freedom. Yes, you can speak. I can hear you.
Hello.
Yes, the floor is yours.
Yes, it's my question about the freedom that I don't have freedom.
So when you speak of freedom, are you talking about anything specific? Like, say, the freedom to go to school, freedom to do something that you want, or
Go outside to do whatever you want to do. Go outside.
go outside to do, what is it that you would like to do?
I want to be independent, want to work. I do want to work as an artist. So,
Okay. And what's stopping you right now?
I think I have restrictions. I don't have freedom to go out. This thing.
Oh, so is a restriction coming from family or spouse or?
Family.
Okay, right. And so coming from family, is it because they have a particular sort of expectation from you, like they have what's the word? They have a requirement of like you need to do this, this, and that.
I think.
Right. So I know this is something that can be quite common, like from, especially different like Asian cultures, right? South Asian cultures. The way I see it is that you have to be patient. Okay, firstly, be patient. And I know it can be very frustrating that like there are so many things you want to do, your own passion, your interest, but because of say, the culture, the family rules, could be the family rules there. I gotta obey, the customs. That's what the family rules are like. So you're not able to, express yourself. You're not able to do whatever you want, right? I'll say in this situation, the first thing we need to have is to actually be patient. Okay. And yes, while, for example, like everyone's at different stage in life, right? Maybe perhaps you're at the stage where you're staying at home. Maybe like parents are taking care of like food and rent and living expenses. Is that right?
Yes.
Right now. So I'm just saying at this stage, right? So this is where you can have a look at your life right now that, okay, I'm at this stage, maybe financially, I do have to, say, for example, for all the living expenses and things like that, right? You do need the support from your family. Okay, so I'm staying with them. Okay, this is what's happening. But, say, for example, art is something I really want to pursue, but they don't allow me to do that because they said you got to do that, right? So, okay, now I have to have a plan for myself, right? So be patient. Don't be irrational and go, and fight it. Like I said, don't fight that energy, right? So have love for them, because, mom and dad and, family provide and because they love you, right? So have lots of love for them and say thank you to that, the gratitude for that. And then secondly, be very patient and plan your steps, right? So what are the things I can do at this moment in this condition, right? In the current condition, what can I do? Right? What are my resources? And I spoke about this yesterday, right? Like for financial confidence and freedom, we can also look at what are our current talents and skills, right? Like for example, you want to pursue art, and just an example, without going into details, you are able to go online, right? And this is where you have to actually recognize for yourself that you are able to go online.
Yes, I'm going to start. I'm going to start my online shop.
That's great. That's awesome. You see, Ruhi, you have a lot of freedom here. You actually have a lot of freedom here. See, we're cheering on for you. You are able to use the internet, right? You're able to join this meeting with us here. You're able to check on whatever you want. You see, that's a lot of freedom you got there already, right? And then, like you said, you already, have the answer for yourself. I'm going to start a shop. You can sell your art or whatever that you're designing, right? This is already something you can start doing. You may not be able to say, for example, maybe your ultimate dream is to open your shop, your studio or something like that, right? But maybe in this condition, with the current condition, you're not able to. But you can always start something, right? And be patient and pave your way. Plan your action steps towards that, right? Towards your freedom. And this is something that I actually ask everybody to appreciate. The fact that you are able to go online, right? You have the access to the internet, to the World Wide Web. That is a lot of freedom you have. And then if you don't have the freedom in other areas in your life at the moment, but use your freedom you have here on the World Wide Web to express yourself, to do something that you love, and to start here, right? You can see there's a lot of things that you can do here already, and we're not going to go into details. So that's something that we need to give gratitude to. Do you know that in some countries, people don't have the freedom to use the internet? You girls know that, right? It's very, very restricted by the government. They can only browse on certain websites. There are a lot of things that you cannot do. For example, like China, that's where I was born. When I go to China, I have to download a specific VPN to access Facebook, Google, you name it, like YouTube. Before I go to China, if I don't manage to do that, I forget. Okay, I'm fucked. Okay, excuse my language. I've been there where I had to go to China for emergency, and then I didn't have the time to prepare myself. And I'm like, I felt like I was cut off from the rest of the world. Okay, well, not that extreme, but I felt like not being able to go on Facebook and Instagram and all these things. I felt like I was really stuck in another world, right? So I'm just giving an example. You are able to access anything, right? There's no restriction. You're in India, right? No restriction there. You have the freedom. So you have to appreciate what you got in front of you, right? You have the freedom there. And this is what you can do. I think you got the answer there already, right?
Thank you.
No problems. Much love.
Actually, I'm making your portrait because.
Oh wow, who's that? Is that me?
You? Yes, I'm making your portrait.
Oh my God, let me see. Let me expand and can you show me again? You're so cute. Oh my God, can you send it to me? Or post it in our Body Confidence Builder group? Oh,
tomorrow
thank you
I'll
so
complete
much.
this. Tomorrow.
Oh wow, thank you. Oh my God, you're very talented. Okay, you have to either post it or send it to me, all right? And I know a lot of you girls have like artworks and like singing. Alexandra, you got your tattoo. Post it in the Body Confidence Builder Facebook, right? If you have some kind of talent, flaunt it, okay, girls? Don't be afraid, don't be shy, flaunt your talent. We're all about celebrating everybody's individuality, your superpower, your authenticity, right? And use the internet as your freedom ground, as your playground, right? Much love to you. Thank you so much for that. That's so sweet. Yes, thank you. She's like, oh my God, I'm so free now. I don't have to worry. Who else has got any questions? While we waiting for other questions to come in, let me see. Can we have Rena, our beautiful, powerful Rena here to share with us? Unless she's busy doing her sun salutation. I know Erica just left. Yeah, she has to go to a class. I don't know if Rena is free right now. Okay, how about, oh, there you are, our beautiful Rena. Hi, Rena. She's been such an amazing, powerful support for all of us. And let's hear from Rena. Okay, you are muted. Okay.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, that's
just
okay.
charge my iPad there. Hi, Jing. Hi, beautiful ladies. Namaste. What do I share? Okay, like what Jing mentioned. You know how emotions are, some people are going those roller coaster emotions, you're going up and down, and you're trying so many things in life and things aren't working out, and the slightest things bother you, and you're just striving and trying so hard in life. I don't know if some of you relate. There's those moments where you just keep hitting the wall and you don't feel like you're going anywhere. You're just going in these loops of habitual habits that aren't serving you. You realize this at one point and you aren't able to get out of them. So this is where I found that it was a law of attraction, actually, that I manifested most likely Jing into my life, because it was in a moment where I didn't know where else to go, what step to do. And that's how I met her. I've known her for a year now, and I met her through the wellness and nutrition coaching, and then and into the personal development field right now, and how she has built me up to become a leader, and I continue to build my skills. And I just really love the questions and the interactions the ladies are having, the small aha moments that you're having too, on your own and also with the group. And I do believe that we do manifest things into our life, even the challenges, because the challenges, you see, Master always mentions that the universe doesn't give you challenges that you cannot handle. They are there. They are there either for you to grow, or they are challenges you manifested because you're afraid of them. Deep inside, you know you're afraid of them, and that's why that amplifies. And of course, the universe is going to give you that challenge. It's either in a positive way to make you grow, or that negativity that you're attracting, like, I don't want that challenge. It's going to give it to you either way because you are focused on that mindset, that energy. So I'm just really having a great time flowing with you ladies, and just reminding myself to take a moment and breathe. Because in the moments of pausing and just allowing energies to flow, because they can be chaotic in here. All the doubts, all the fears, the things that you tell yourself, the things that you don't know you're telling yourself. Pause for a moment and allow your body to receive what the universe is gifting you. Because I know some people are asking for coach. I need a coach. I need a coach. And Jing's right here. It's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, and I'm like, okay, thank you. Like Jing always says, oh, thank you. Don't get frustrated. Thank you. They will come. The coach will rise or be in front of them when they're ready. So if they don't see it, it's okay. It's your journey. It's your path. And again, you don't have to climb a certain ladder or a corporate ladder or a coaching ladder or anything. You can start wherever you want to start now, where your level, where you're playing now. And it's just about empowering yourself. And it's hard to explain right now until you experience it. When you experience it, you can go back and connect the dots and you're like, oh my goodness. Aha, that's why I went through these challenges. That's why I did these things to get where I am today. And that's the biggest thing I want to share. If you don't know what to do, keep moving. Enrich your lives with experiences, with skills. Keep enriching and living your life. Even the challenges, the successes, that is a part of your life, your journey. So embrace them and keep moving on. Thank you for allowing me this moment to just share a little bit of myself and also energies. Thank you so much.
That's so beautiful, Rena. I'm so inspired by all the words you just said. And a lot of you probably didn't know that only just about a year ago, right? I saw Rena's growth, and I'm very proud of, Rena stepping up so much, growing from the day one that I met her to where she is today. She has transformed so much into this beautiful, strong yogini, warrior where she is right now. And she's an excellent coach and, the most powerful yogini I know. So, I'm very, very blessed to have, Rena in our community and as one of the leaders and coaches. So thank you so much, Rena. And, a lot of inspirations and a lot of that Rena power, I call it the Riri power that comes out to influence everyone. That's so beautiful. Thank you so much. And I know we still have, yes, we are going to wrap up very soon. And I know this is my mistake. I didn't tell everybody, how long the call is going to be. And I just kind of decided to let it free flow. I'm kind of like master sometimes, just flow with the energy. And I know I also want to cherish and value everybody's time here as well, right? Especially it's Saturday as well. So, I do want to, I just want to maybe just announce that, for those of you who do need to go now, and if you do want to still ask me something or share something, I want you to take this time right now and ask me now. But if for some of you who are able to stay a little bit longer, maybe another 10 minutes, okay, if you are able to stay for another 10 minutes and you do want to still have questions to ask, this is the time that we can do it. So I just want to make it very flexible for everybody. And we are going to wrap it up, but I don't want to take up too much of everybody's time. So if you do have to go, then, feel free to leave and don't feel bad about it. I did receive a lot of you send me private messages and say, sorry, I got to go. I have a class and things like that. No problems at all. And I just want to make sure that, you know, I have your questions answered. And if you still have questions about the 7-week coaching programs or anything like that, you can ask me now, or, you know, you can still ask me, or, you know, message the group or message me, you know, during this week. And also the sponsorship that Matt and I are offering everybody, we have decided to extend it for okay, not a week now, so until next Friday. So before midnight next Friday, you still have the chance to grab the sponsorship that we are doing for all of you. So yeah, so if you girls don't have the details and everything, I'll send it out. You can ask the group leaders or ask me directly, and I can tell you more about it. And if there's anything very specific about how you can participate and things like that, yeah, like what Charlotte was asking about the amount of time needed, then, you know, feel free to ask. Yes. Thank you. So anyone got any questions? And okay, I am going to move on to inviting our beautiful Jay Ma. She turned her camera on. Jay is also one of our beautiful leaders in the community, and she's busy, but in a very good way. She's making a big difference in this world. She's a teacher, she's a beautiful mom, and entrepreneur. And let's hear, can we hear a little bit from you, Jay?
Hi, everyone. I wasn't expecting to share, but thank you so much. I just always want, just appreciate you and your trainings. And that's why no matter how busy it is, I just try to at least, show up because I also appreciate all our sisters here. So this beautiful journey has led, I think, us to connect in a very meaningful way since I believe the universe just brought us together. Last year we were able to meet. So after our your sessions with
we did
everyone
FLC together in Massachusetts.
Yeah, we were able to just continue. I was able to continue to see like every single person in your training grow. Like it's almost like I see it as a plant, starting at the beginning and then keep watering with your nurturing and with everyone's support. And I was able to see like flowers, like everyone blossom into their own flowers and having their own superpowers. Like I had that analogy of like the Avengers, everyone had their own superpowers and we all come together in this community to just almost like spread that, spread the positivity, spread the love, spread the joy, spread the confidence, and to build each other up, to empower, like you were able to empower us to help empower others. And so that's why I really strongly believe in your program. And for those who know me or who don't know me, I'm very before last year I was very shy. So I am now a mentor to help, like introverts. So I consider myself an introvert, like really afraid of what other people would think. I didn't want to be public. I didn't want to show up. I was just always scared of like, what are other people going to think of me, and the comments and all the other things too. But by showing up, we are able to inspire others, and we just never know who it is that's watching and who it is that we can inspire. So we just keep showing up, and what keeps me from keeps me to show up is the tribe that you built, and just being online, being able to connect with other people all around the world. So if there's anyone out there who's like thinking about this, I would definitely say go for it, because she takes you from like the early beginnings. You'll figure out like, where it is that we started and why it is that maybe we have some limiting beliefs, and being able to kind of throw that away and replace these beliefs with just more strengthening ones. But it's not just done like on our own and like a set kind of like time. She is right. Just continue to do it in these like 21-day packets. And we just continue even after the program. We're still in the same, chats. We're still connecting, and whatever, sometimes things do happen in life that like I have my sisters here will reach out and just kind of just uplift each other and encourage each other to continue. So yeah, I just wanted to share a little bit about that experience. But thank you so much. I'm really blessed to be here. I have an interview. I'm going to be interviewing one of our members So I will go ahead and sign off soon, but I just wanted to say hi. I'm really grateful to be here, and always forever grateful. That's why I keep wanting to show up to support wherever I can also.
Thank you so much, beautiful Sister J. We call each other sisters. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really what the bonding's like, right? It's a whole sisterhood, and we're here for each other. And I'm just so grateful for you being there along the journey. And we've been growing, you know, like from the beginning as babies to like, I don't know what stage we're at right now, but always blossoming. And thank you so much. I know you have to go and interview. See, this is what happened to her. From an introvert who didn't want to do any live to every week she's interviewing someone, and it's like live broadcast on Facebook.
Exactly. We can look back in like the last year, not wanting to do like, be really, really shy doing the first like few Facebook lives, especially in such a big group in master's group. I was just so like always like didn't know what to say. Like it would take me forever to do my first live, but it's been a journey and it's been a blessing.
Definitely. I'm so happy to see that. Thank you so much. And make sure you connect with Jay as well. You can find her on our Facebook group and connect with her and watch her interview. She does really amazing interviews. So thank you so much and good luck with the interview. I'll watch the replay. Have a great day. Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
And I know we still have another group leader. We haven't heard from Sati. And Sati, when you're ready, we'll come back to you if that's okay. Because I see that Nelly here. You raise her hand, right, Nelly? You have a question? Yeah, sorry, I didn't see your hand up there. Now I see your hand. So we'll come back to you, Sati. And Nelly, hello, beautiful.
How are you today?
I'm doing fantastic. And how are you?
Yes, I'm good. Thank you very much. Well, I first want to say thank you very much for the last 5 days and for today. You've done an amazing job. I feel amazing as well in myself and outwardly as well. I slept fantastic last night. I must say, I actually got up and I felt so good about myself. I had a little modeling show with my son outside, so we did a bit of photo shoot there. That was quite fun. What I'd like to ask is, I find sometimes that little things can trigger me to go into a complete meltdown, and sometimes it is something that I should be able to handle quite comfortably, actually. Like to give you an example, recently my son was out with my car and my car broke down, and when he phoned me to tell me that, I completely lost it. I had a total meltdown, and he kept on saying, but mommy, you have insurance. Phone them, they need to come and tow the car. And I couldn't hear that. He made about 3 or 4 phone calls to me to say, mommy, stop crying, you've got insurance. Phone them up, they need to come and tow the car. It took me a while to get there, and that's something that I still need to work on.
Right. Okay, thank you for being so honest and share that with us. And this is actually something that can also be very common amongst women, that you get triggered by little things, right? And this is something that has a lot to do with what's being deep embedded in you, right? Say for example, in this case, your son broke the car and then he called you. This thing actually triggers. This thing is actually associated, like immediately, your subconscious is actually associating this with something that's happening in the past, and also something that's it could also be something that's deep rooted. It could be some kind of frustration, right? I'm just guessing, because without going into very specific, the context, guessing it could actually have a lot to do with some kind of frustration that you have. A lot of times it's really from us. It's all from us. Some kind of frustration that you have, with a certain, say, something, maybe it's to do with your son, or something to do with something else, the money, or a certain element there, right? So that it's always, it's always deep rooted there. But whenever like things happen, like you said, it could be small things, right? Small things, it can actually trigger, because it basically switch on that say, for example, if it's a sense of let me see, like fear or shame or guilt. A lot of times it's one of these, right? Guilt, shame, or like fear or doubt, right? Little things can flip the switch, and it triggers our, that inner fear or something, that inner doubt and the inner shame of something else. And that's on the conscious level. It's not like you're like, how is that related, right? But subconsciously, it could be, it could actually subconsciously could remind you of certain things that happened in the past, and that planted that particular feeling, the feeling that you don't like, that emotion there. So that, over time, there will be more and more events happening, which can actually make that feeling grow. And then when it comes to like times, like you said, a little thing like that, it could just boom, kind of like, trigger that bomb, right? So this is I have to say, this is a very specific question, for your, personal life. So I'm giving you a kind of a generic answer here right now. And, I do recommend, that if you do want to go deep, it will require, it will require some one-on-one sessions, right? And it will require some more like deep sort of coaching when it comes to that. And also there will be things that may not be so suitable to share in public, right? Like sometimes, there are things in everyone's life that can be quite personal. And I, as a coach myself, I do want to kind of like protect that personal space for everybody. Even though we are in a very collective, group supportive environment, but also it is my job to protect all of you, to protect your personal space and your privacy. So there are certain things I feel that I can sense here from your life that probably has to be shared in the private setting, right? So so I can be there to help you more and go deeper. Yes. So I hope what I shared with you just now kind of like lands on you.
It did, thank you.
Yes. And also what you could do, right, like very quickly for yourself, what you could do is because it is also the way you react to things, right? Like maybe you could react really quickly. Next time when something like this happens, right, of course your instinct would be like, like fire up. Your instinct might fire up right away. But then build up the ability to catch yourself. Okay, build up the ability to catch yourself and go, oh, okay, like, oh, okay, to put out the fire before, like you're like, getting the match ready. Okay, and then you tell yourself, oh, okay, all right, okay, put out the fire. Okay, right, you don't have to react this way. All right, calm down. Okay, what's happening here, right? Because a lot of times the fire reactions can blur our senses and blur our judgment, right? And then you let that overtake, you let that dominate. Remember the triangle that I told everyone to do, flip the triangle? And then at the bottom, at the low vibration frequency at the bottom, right? If you girls want to see that chart again, I can post it in our Body Confidence group Facebook. So to remind everybody that at the bottom, the low vibration frequency, anger, frustration, impatience, jealousy, fear, all of these things are sitting at the bottom of the low vibration frequency. So don't let that overtake you, but flip it around and go, okay, I'm not gonna let anger overtake me, right? So I'm gonna let love overtake me. Okay, for example, your son, the car broke down, come from the place of love, right? All right, okay, is my son okay? He's okay. Okay, the car, okay, what can we do about the car? Right? And I know as a mother, I'm just guessing there could be some kind of frustration there, in the parenting, in different situations. Like it's very easy to go there, right? Like, so you're a beautiful being. I know that. So, flip that and then catch yourself quickly. Catch yourself as fast as you can. So you don't let the fire burn. Because the first person that will get burnt is yourself, not your son. Your son may feel a little bit minor burn, but for you, you're the person who's burning the most.
True.
Right. So yeah, so let me know if you would like to like schedule a couple sessions with me or something like that and go deep. We can talk about that. Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Much love to you. Okay, right. So before we wrap up, I know Okay, so replay, Shyla. Okay, so I'm actually posting all our replays inside our Facebook group. So both Masters group and also our Body Confidence Builder group. If you go to units, go to the sidebar, there's a tab called units. If you go in there, all our 5 days replays are inside there. Yes, so you can go there and find them. All our replays are there. And also, I'm actually uploading them onto YouTube as well. So if some of you prefer to watch straight from YouTube, you can just grab the YouTube link from my channel. My channel is Authentic Energy. Then you can watch it straight from there as well. Yeah, but the easiest way is to join our Confidence Builder, Body Confidence Builders group, the Facebook group. If you don't know it, I'll write it down again, or maybe I ask Rina or someone to help me write it down here. Our Facebook group link, yes. And also, is Sati still here? Oh my God, Sati, you've been so amazing. I know throughout these 5 days, Sati has inspired a lot of ladies from all over the world with her walking video and her sharing. Hey Sati, can we hear a little bit from you?
Hey everyone.
Hi.
Hi. So I'm Sati, for those of you who don't know me. Jing has been one of my coaches since I started FLC. She was my FLC leader. She got me through FLC all the way down to the finish line. And believe me, there were so many times I wanted to give up, and she just kept me going, kept me going. Yeah, so since then I went into the same business as her because she presented me with this wonderful opportunity, and I've been working with her since then. She's been helping me on my nutrition, because prior to me meeting Jing, I was having a lot of physio for a long time, and my leg was just not strengthening, and the hospital were thinking, why is this not happening? Why is this not working? And it was basically because I was just not giving my leg the right nutrition. And I didn't know about that until I met Jing and started working with her. And since then, like, my leg built up a lot quicker, and I was able to walk without crutches. Still have a while to go yet, but I will get there. I will get there, because I'm just one that just never gives up. Yeah, so I show a lot of my journey on my Facebook. And of course, I love yoga. Even though I can't do it properly, it doesn't matter. I try. And one of the things I think also the nutrition really helped me with is the energy that it gave me. You know, because I guess before I wasn't eating the right nutrients and everything. And this was just providing me with the nutrients that I needed. I had a lot of clarity. I was able to go for a lot longer. So yeah, it was, she's helped me so much, and I'm so grateful to her. Like, and for me, since I kind of had this situation with my leg, I kind of went on a journey, kind of like an inner healing journey, I suppose you can call it. And for me, what I kind of learned in my journey was that I don't know everything. I don't know how to fix everything in my life. And I needed coaches. I needed help. So I sought out people who had gone through my journey, who had the results that I had, because I wanted to get there faster and not be spending years and years and years and years and years to get there. Hence why I worked with Jing. And actually, I've got there a lot quicker than what I would have done on my own. And being in a tribe, being surrounded by a tribe that has got the same mindset as you, the same goals as you, it really pushes you. I don't know if any of you guys were on my team in my messenger group, but I know I was really, really, really pleased with those girls, because there was a lot of energy in our group and a lot of girls really surprised me because they went out of their comfort zones. They did their first live videos and I was so proud of them. That was in a matter of days, and these were girls that were just scared. And this is the experience that you get being in a tribe that is right for you. This is how you get your results so much quicker. If those girls were not in my group, I'm sure they would still be having the fear now. So this is one of the things that got me to reach my goals a lot faster. Obviously a coach, I've spoken about a coach, it really does help you, because a coach is there to see your blind spots. I was there to see my girls' blind spots, things that they couldn't see, I could see, and I was encouraging them, and that's the experience that I had working with coaches. So even though I lost my job, even though I'm in a bad situation, I still invested in myself, because for me, it's like the time is now. It's not next week, it's not next month, it's not next year. It is now, because otherwise I'm still going to be in the same situation when my leg is better. And I don't want that. I really don't want that. I don't want to continue my life carrying on with those same limiting beliefs that were pushing me down a month ago, a year ago, 2 years ago. I don't want that anymore. So I made that commitment. So any of you ladies that really want to come onto this program, I suggest, you know what, just feel the fear and do it. Feel the fear and do it, seriously, because it will make a difference. It will. And when you come out the other side of the 7 weeks, you're going to be grateful, because you're going to have the tools, you're going to have the stuff that you can use all the time, you know. And this is important. Like, this is important if you want to get ahead in life. That is what I've learned, because I've spent years and years and years trying to do this before on my own. But when I came into this online world and I saw coaches and stuff like that, I was on it. So if I can do it, girls, you guys can do it as well.
Oh, so beautiful, Sati. Oh my God, I feel every word from your heart. And those of you who haven't known Sati or haven't met her just yet, Sati has come a long way to where she is today, being able to share and step up as a leader, right, in front of all of you. And her leg has recovered tremendously. If you have been there since day one, you would not have believed that Sati is the same girl from a year ago. Yeah, so I'm very, very proud of you. And thank you so much for all your kind words and words from love. Love you very much. And thank you. Yeah, it's okay if you cry. And speaking of crying, when we go through the coaching, yes, get your tissues ready. There will be a lot of tears. And if you ask all the girls who've done my program, they know everybody has cried. Not every week. There are some weeks which I warn everybody ahead. This week we're going to cry. That week we may cry. And this week we might laugh and dance, you know. And that week we might have to play with our wardrobe a lot. And, you know, you're always busy in a fun way, not busy like, I have so much work to do. That's not who I am. I'm not the kind of, I'll tell you why, because I'm not the kind of academic girl. I was not that academically great in school, but I always like to have fun. I like to have fun. And the best way for me to learn is when I'm learning in the practical sense, when I have practical hands-on things, and when I have like pictures and drawings and music, that's when I learn the best. And because that's who I am, that I use all these methodologies, and of course, including, you know, my practices, right? Like yoga, meditation, spiritual practice. I use these methodologies to empower others. So I am not super academic. And I love using like what is practical and simple and fun and magical to impact everyone. So if you want to do a lot of homework, then, you know, I mean, like writing homework, then this is not the place for that. Life is too short. Don't waste your time doing so much homework, right? And the homework is actually, the homework I give you, like I said, I give you homework, but the homework I give you is practical. It's part of living your life, not like taking your time out, too much of your time out of like your life and then put your head down and write lots of exam papers. Not that kind of homework. So yes, okay. So before we wrap it up, do we have anyone here who would like to share anything, ask anything? Anyone, yes. I know you're like, "Oh, I just want to stay here forever and listen and just feel these good vibes," right, Alexandra? She looks like she's getting drunk from this happiness, right? So I know quite a handful of you here are coming into the program, and I really do look forward to working with you girls. And this is something that I forgot to mention is that when you get the sponsorship, you will also get, as a bonus, not only will you get Master Shri Akashana's 3 months of open portal, you will also receive a one-on-one coaching with me, a bonus one-on-one coaching with me. That's, you know, completely, you know, like no extra charge. It's all part of your package. So one-on-one, 1 hour private session with me, and also my 5-day tone-up video series for free as well. For free, yes, as a gift love for you. So this is a great chance for us to really get to know each other before you go into the private group coaching, to have that chance with me one-on-one, and I can help you design and personalize your experience. And that is why I feel that I need to give you girls this. As much as this takes a lot of my time, and if the group is like 100 of you there, I still do it. I have to make it. I have to make sure that I sacrifice some time with my husband. That's okay. He can wait. He'll be okay with that. He can go play video games or whatever, you know, with his boys. And then I'll make time to do that one-on-one with you girls. Okay, right. Thank you, Rena, for dropping the link in there. Yes, that's basically, this is our bonus session, and for us to stay connected, right, we are staying inside the Body Confidence Builder group, and Rina just dropped the link to that. So if you haven't joined the group, make sure you join now. And this is where we can keep this whole sisterhood, this tribe going. And yes, and of course the sponsorship is valid till next Friday, so you still have time to make a decision, or, you know, get help or something like that, for family members or someone to help you to, you know, get this, you know, this personal investment and also this growth journey happening. Okay, and I got one more question from Veda. Does it going to affect Master's class? Don't worry about that. You don't have to worry about that, because Master has an amazing team. He's an amazing personal assistant, and he has an amazing team to help him arrange and manage his energy. So you don't have to worry about anything. Yeah, they have everything perfectly planned out. And yeah, and his days are like packed. And I'm very grateful that, you know, every week Master has time to do one-on-one meeting with me. I'm just like, oh my God, okay, right. And this is what it means for someone to go out of their way to serve and, you know, to mentor. So this is what the community is like. Yes. Okay, I hope that answered your question. You don't have to worry about that. Yeah. Okay, any final words or anything before we want to go into our, you know, our community, our group, to share and enjoy your Saturday? No? Okay. You girls are so amazing. Stay till the end. This is a bonus session, right? So just like a hangout here, okay? And we will do more of these in the future. And I look forward to working with a lot of you in the 7-week program, which will start next Saturday. So every Saturday we come together and do this. Yes, and if you girls have any feedbacks, and this is something that I would like to receive from everyone, maybe I'll do a little survey. If you have any feedbacks, any comments, any suggestions about how can we make like any future even masterclass, and some of you have been to my Body Confidence masterclass before the challenge, right? Masterclass or 5-day challenge, how can we make the experience better, and or anything like that. Anything else that you would like to receive from the community, do let us know, okay? And write them, you know, just, you know, write them to us, you know, write them in the comments, in the email, or tell your group leaders, you know, let us know, because we want to grow this, you know, to be something that's global, something that can serve everybody. It doesn't matter what background you're from, what part of the world you're from. We're all women. We all have similar, you know, we all have very common or similar, you know, things that we have to deal with, right? So let's help each other out, okay? So those are my final words. I love you girls so much, and I want to continue to show up, and we as a team together to continue to show up and to help one another and to give love. So thank you so much. Yes, and I want to thank each and every one of you for being here today, and I want you to go and enjoy your Saturday now. So Thank you so much. Happy weekend and love you all. This session is recorded, and if you girls want to watch it again, then I'll have it ready for you. Okay, I'll upload it to our Facebook too. Okay, bye everyone. I'll see you soon. Bye.